Hey guys, so I thought I'd do a bit of a breakdown of kind of rolling with someone for the first time. So on this one, I've not rolled this guy before. You can see I kind of focused on kind of hitting a half guard position. This for me is like a key place where, I'm able to kind of keep control, make sure there's no real explosions. You can see there that I worked for that leg on the inside. I'm started to split the legs, use the weight as sweep. Normally I don't really go for footlocks on new people, but the chap was quite good at kind of splitting my legs and killing my weight guard, so that's why I wanted to maybe have a little play and just see what his footlock game were like. Again, feet on the inside. This avoids his attempts to try and footlock me, make sure he doesn't establish that grips. You could see there that I looked at potentially using the idiot sweep. Felt pretty comfortable at this point, so this is where I started kind of giving top position a little bit more, just to see where I can roll, play around, using that hook, just to kind of keep control and sneak out the back. So the chap then starts playing more kind of butterfly, went into a full guard. So we've been working this a lot this week in the gi class, so focusing on posture. Then if we're not able to kind of keep that kind of posture upright, starting to go to the armpit control, start looking for the passes. So this is where then I go into that standing position, using the knees on the inside, kind of trying to squish the knees to open up, but finally dug back to split the legs. Because I was so high up, I wasn't worried at that point, so I was quite happy to go into that position where potentially there's a threat for a triangle, but it's only there if you kind of postured or you're leaning in. Usual my sort of game here, playing that turtle position. Started thinking about kind of try to do that kind of lift and pull to go into the arm bar, but it really hard to control his arm. Squish down, standard spend stuff, going to side control, not applying too much pressure at this point, attacking for the key lock. At this point I thought I might test, see if he's played any of the Soul Stealer stuff. I don't know what's going on in the background. Got a Soul Stealer there. So I always tell people what you've done. Again, just giving back, just allowing person to kind of work a little bit. Nice roll into kind of back control, so you could see the angle's not great, but he was able to get his hook in on the underside. So another chap I've not rolled with before, a bit of a bigger lad. Figured I'll start in close guard. He's leaning in quite a bit, which I've kind of spotted. So like, I thought about climbing up and attacking for arm bars, but because he was leaning so much, I just went straight into a flower sweep. It's a lot easier to hit that sweep if someone's pushing in. So that worked quite well. Using that kind of gift wrap position, anchoring the foot against the hip. So that's something we kind of talk about. That stops people's ability to go into more of a quarter guard and push that foot down. He did really well clearing that into the key lock position. So just making sure. Figure giving top position now. So this is something that one of the Patreons asked about, kind of being underneath. I thought I'd let him kind of flatten me out a little bit, just so I can show you what I normally do. So the key thing from here is to make sure that I get on to my side. Being flat back with both bum cheeks and shoulders on the mat really isn't good. I've used that kind of half butterfly position to start kind of working through to get on the side and start looking at a little bit of an elevation. But what's really key in this position is I am staying on my side. This allowed me to kind of roll and get this sneaky little arm lock in a second. I think I hit it, pretty sure I do. That might be a different roll. There we go. So that's straight arm lock. Very surprising, that works as effectively as it does, and it works against, quite, higher level, more experienced people. Again, as part of the Patreon question, you know, that kind of side control position gives me the ability to move around a little bit more. It allows me to start using that quad guard position. Even though I've gone into flat back, that's only temporary, so that I can get onto my side, hit my underhook on the far side, which allows me to start creating a little bit of space to get the other leg in. Start looking to elevate.
I've got chronic diseases. Cheating's alright.
God, I just say
it's just excuses
things.
for the cheating, not getting battered.
Okay, so he's doing a much better job. That underhook's really helping him keep him flattened out. Using my overhook, it won't help me with the flower sweep, so I started attempting to go into a triangle position. Hope that's been useful. Yeah, there you go.